These things are simple. See, these things are simple. Let me see something. 17. 17. So we got 1, 5, 4, 5, and a 5. 1, 5, 4, 5, and a 5. That says 6 men. 6 men. That's 13, 5, and 14. That says son. That says son. Reverse this. 4, 1, 5, 3, and 1. It always goes back to my mother. It always goes back to my mother. This is what I be telling folks. I be telling folks that, but they don't be paying attention. They don't be paying attention, man. Anyway. Let me see something. 1, 5, 4, 5, 5, and then we have teen, which is 2, 5, 5, and a 5. So teen actually says be new. That's what teen says. You see. Or Y-E-N, yin. You see. The word teen. Now if we add it up, that's 0, 11, 10, 8, and 1. 17. If I take this 17 right here and make it 181, there's my signature again. Lord have mercy. But with the initials JHJ or AHA. Or AHA, you see. 17. Now, if I put 17 right here and use, let me see. Well, let's do it like this. If I say spell, use the word spell. Here's a 1. Here's a 7. This is a 5, 3, and a third, and another 3. Okay, now, right off the bat, you'll see a word in here. You see A-G-E, A-G, I'm sorry, excuse me, A-P-E. That's what you see. That's what you see right here. You see? And then you have the 2 L's. You see, the 2 L's, which adds up to 42. You see, the 2 L's. The L is the 12th letter of the alphabet. So it'd be 24. Yeah, 24, one day. 24. So, this is why I say that this is the reason why I say all these things entrap me, and people can't understand what I'm saying. And you hollering out to them, they got the power to help me to release myself. And so I'm showing them how to release their brother, but they're not getting the picture because it's things in this, is certain things that's been said or that I'm showing them is contrary to their religion or to the words of God, they say, that's written inside of a book. And I'm telling them that it's the words that you speak that's entrapping your brother. There's something inside of you that was before the book. You see, there's a blueprint that's inside of you that allows you to communicate with the God bodies, you see, and the God minds. There's something inside of you that will separate yourself from what you was taught out here and use what God created to communicate with him in the flesh. You see, meaning in the multitudes. But it's like it's forbidding to touch anything or to use anything of the Most High that's inside of you. This is why I say that you hate the one that you said you love, because you're not opening no space for them to come through. Even though I don't know if anybody else is in the world is doing what I'm doing. And if it's not, I guess I'll be the first one, you see. But in the meantime, you see, since the year 2000, let me see something. 1967, 33, 0, 0, 0, 2. In the year 2000, you see, when I was 33 years old, this is when all this stuff came back to me. When I saw this when I was a youngster. You see, all this stuff came back to me, and I started, instead of thinking about what these things are when I was young as a child, you see, I started to open it up on the outside of me. You see, on my wall, up in the cave, up in the projects, Iroquois projects. You see, when I first, from when I was homeless, and then I got me a place in the year 2000 in the projects. Yeah. And that's that's the first time I've ever been by myself in my life. In the year 2000, when I was 33 years old up in those projects, you see. But I just want to share with you, see, this ape, I know what this is, but you have to be kind of personal with me for me to actually tell you what that actually means. You see, what that actually means. But from this, let me see something. 17533. That's an 80, and that's a 9. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. 0, that's a 2. Whew. Oh, man, that's so damn heavy. That's so damn heavy. That's why I put that 9 right there, because if I go 9, that'll be a 17. And that's when shit happened. God dog. Ain't that a truth? Well, that's when I was released. That's when I was released, or I was free to walk through that forest, you see, without all these things and shit, taunting me and all this other type of shit, you see. But I wouldn't bow down. I just kept walking through, butt naked out that motherfucker. Shit, I don't give a fuck. I just walked through because I know this earth is a part of me. So I didn't give a fuck. You see, that's just how I am. You see. And here's the word. Now see, here's this it's a reason why that 8 was right there. You see why I pulled that 8 down. You see, I gotta make sure I'm manning this shit up right. Shit. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. See, if you take this 8, this is my name and birth. I always got to show people this. 1021231. I know people don't give a darn, but I'm gonna keep doing it because those that's in the future is gonna pick this up. The ones in the present ain't gonna pick it up, and I wish they would have. But I got to keep going and doing what I'm doing. A lot of people don't think I'm doing God's will. They don't think I'm doing God's work because I'm not doing what they do and I'm not coming from the book. And I keep telling them I'm coming straight from the book since the day I was born, since the day I was conceived. But their book is different than my book. You see what I'm saying? I guess they're not understanding, but they're going to understand in a minute. You see, here's that 9. You see, Well, it's actually 5 9s. We got, well, 3 and 2. 3 and 2 is 5. So it's actually 5 9s, which equals 45. You see, equals 45. Where do we see that 45 at? Oh, okay, it's right there. There it is. Yeah, so that's that 9 right there. So you take that 9, put it with this 8, it'll give you exactly what I saw. All those curses that I was born with, or that knew me before I came into the world out the gate. It knew me through my father, so it was my father's will. It was his will that I was doing all this time. You see, I just tapped into myself at 33 years old. You see, tapped into myself at 33 years old. I got to see what date that was, because I know that I was born August 22nd, 67. You see, that's Tuesday. That was on a Tuesday. So that's 3 days. So that's 3 days. And that 3 is always right there. See, that 3 is right in between my mother's birth right here. That's a 6. So that'll be my father right there. 6 and 9, you see. Or, I'm sorry, September 6th. You see, September 6th. And then it got my mama right here, 41, you see. But if I take this 8, and, or go 1 plus 7, and this is the word spell. You see, 1 plus 7, it'll equals 8, 5, 3, and 3. 8, 5, 3, and 3. You see, that reads HELL. You see, it says it. He 33 when he turns 33 years old. You see, when he turns 33 years old, that's when it's going to shut down. You see, that's when it's going to shut down. You see, now ask me what happened in 85. That was the year I was supposed to graduate from high school. You see, from high school. 17 years old. You see, 17 years old. Somewhere around there. No, it's 18. Well, I would have been 18. Yeah. But you see that, right? You see it says hell, don't you? You see? Let me see something here. It says hell, right? Here's the word Jesus, 151, 3 and 1, or the word. Let me stop saying Jesus and say the word seals. Because when you say Jesus and people, they feel Jesus is God, they get offended when I show them my area code. My area code where I was born. I was born in sin. Naki. You see, Cincinnati. You see, that T is in the column of 2, so it's B, K, and T. You see, so it actually says Sin, the Naki. You see, but anyway, I'm just talking to you. But anyway, look. You see when I switch that around. You see when I switch that around and you remove the 111 from here, you will see that 53. You see, you'll see that 53. Like I keep telling you, you see, everything that y'all be doing, everything that y'all reading, my signature is in all these things. You see, it's in all these things. I'm just trying to open up my world. You see, here's the word. That's the word blood. That's the word blood. Look, you see that? Area code, seals, and this is the area code in seals. Seals, that equals seals. Or your Jesus. You see? And this read blood. Okay? And that reads blood. 5, 3, and 4. You see? Now, there's my symbol up in the sky all the time. Always be in the clouds. This symbol right here that I be making on accidents and shit. But everything that I'm writing right here is going to be outside. But anyway, here's a 3. Here's a 3. Here's a 5. And then what we have? We have an 8. You see? What that read? I just told you what it read. It reads hell. The word Jesus and the word blood. You see? You take Jesus and then take the word hell, it equals out to the word blood. You take the word seals, take the word hell, it equals out to the word blood. You see? Blood. It comes from here. Spell. That's the spell that somebody put inside of my blood. You see, here in Cincinnati, Ohio, 513. You see, the third born, 1, 2, and 3. The third born. You see, I keep trying to tell you something. You see, you know, if you get out the cartoons and get out the theatrics and the romantic and the Victorian shit and what are the nobility and the elites, and get out of that and come back to God. You see, creations. You see, you will understand what I'm talking, how I'm talking to you. You will understand what I'm saying. Listen, I'm telling you, I claim nothing but the truth that I came from, because it's the only blueprint that proved to me that I was alive. You see, and I can see my bloodline here. You see, in the living. You see, that's what I claim. I claim those roots. You see, internally, I ain't telling you shit. I ain't telling you nothing. You see, I don't have to say anything. The only thing I have to do is just record, and let you people know that I'm hollering out to you and you saying, fuck me. That's all I'm saying to you, you see. But when you say ing, when you put an ing right there, you know, that's just pertaining to. You see, that's just pertaining to. Now, if you take my conception and put it in front of this ing right here, you see, it'll be a K. You see, then it'll read King 295 and a 7. You see, is that all right? You see, 2 and 3, second born, third body. Here it is right here. Second born, third body. You see, blood. You see, blood. Who is this 23rd? What is that chrome right there? Who is this 6-6? That's June 6th. That's my mama. You see, how many kids did Mary have? How many kids did Mary have? Mary had 4 children. 4 children, I said. Look, here's the word Mary. You know, my mother, here's the word Mary. I know y'all can't stand it, but I'm going to keep talking to you. You see, 4, 1, 9, and 7. 4, 1, 9, and 7. You see that 5 right there? That 4 plus 5? You see it? You see it? You see that 9 and 7? That's a 16. 1 plus 7. 1 plus 7 is a 7. You see? I mean, shit. I'm sorry. 1 plus 6 is a 7. You see? Now here it is right here. Mary, 57. 5, 7. That's what it equals out to. 5, 7. 5 and a 7. It equals out to a 5 and a 7. Here, it's the 5 and a 7. You see? That's the 5 and a 7. You see? Is that N and that G? What is that? Do that represent negative? Chi, negative. Do I read negative? You see? Or that R? What do that R? Is that an R right here? That 2 and that 9? Is that an R? What is that? 18. What is that? Is it an 18 or an 11? I'm just talking to you, trying to figure out what it is. Because if it's an 18, you see, and then you just keep the 11, it's still going to have my signature on it. Jerry Horton Jr., listen, I ain't the only ones with those initials. You see, it could be James Henderson Jr. It could be John of Hornback Junior, any of that. But I'm the one that's doing these bodies. I'm the one that's doing this. You see, here's that 29th. That was my conception, 11/29/1966. I'm alive. You see, but it's the 23rd. You see, it's the 23rd. I just broke it down to you. The word Jesus, the word seals. You put the word hell up under that, it'll say it's in your blood. You see, it's talking. Who is it talking to? It ain't talking to you people. It's not talking to you people. You see, I'm trying to tell you something. I'm trying to tell you what it is. I'm trying to tell you what it is. You see, it's something that trapped your brother. And he's telling you, he's opening these things up from the spelling, from the how the words were created to trap something that was supposed to come out in favor of them, but it did not come out in favor of them. It came out in favor of people of the blood of the land. You see, that's what it came out in favor of the blood of the land. You see, that they turned into a hell. You see, they turned into a hell. So I gotta go through this hell being positive. You see, I gotta go through this hell with abundance and all these other type things that's gonna come from those who put the spell of the conjure on me. You see what I'm saying? These inside of these words, these of conjunctions and how they wrote it and all this other type of stuff. It's in my blood. And people say, how come you don't read the Bible? What am I reading? Tell me what am I reading and I can see myself from Genesis to Revelations. You tell me how I'm going to read it. Teach me how to read the Bible so I won't harm myself. Teach me how to read the Bible so I won't kill myself or harm myself. You see, I won't personally do it. You're going to do it. You are going to do it. You're not going to help me to survive. You're not going to help me to live because you don't believe in the things that you say. Because if you did believe it, you'll be speaking the tongue. You'll be wherever he was teaching, you'll be teaching the same thing. You see, how are you going to be teaching something, or how are you going to put some type of religion on you that came from your enemies? You see, so your enemies put these things inside of you, so just in case something pops up, you'll be prepared to kill it. You see, no matter how much I tell you, if I read this book, if I read that book, if I read these books, you see, I'm going to die. It's like committing suicide. You see, it'd be different if I had a whole big body of people. That's why I talk collectively. I speak my life, but I'm talking on a mass scale. You see, I'm talking on a mass scale because you all read the same thing I'm reading, but I'm talking on a mass scale using the shit that was given to me. You see, y'all worrying about how I use my words. I'm limited. I have to be limited if I'm going to live. Figure that out. But don't figure it out by yourself. Figure it out with me. It's okay to talk to me. Just figure it out with me. I ain't going to do nothing but shit. You know, you're just going to see you're just going to see a brother just take his second win or take his third win or fourth win. Shit, I don't know how many wins I done took in my life. But that's all you're going to do. I mean, if you coming for real, you're just going to bless me with your heaven. That's it. You see? In a minute, y'all. Love you. In a minute. Yeah.